Hello, I am Brandon. We are here for Pick a Card. I got two little stacks here for the Vampires cards, so we're just gonna cut the deck in half there. Cut the deck in half. Okay, card number one, for those of you who picked card number one, this is the natural card about being authentic, real and organic. This is about basically being who you are, but it's also about tuning into that with other people. In other words, if you find that there's people in your circle that are false, they're not being who they say they are, or they're you could tell that they're vibrating at a frequency that's not in line with how they're wanting to be perceived. They're not being authentic, right? You're going to notice that. It's going to stand out a little bit more this week. So try to surround yourself, specifically today, with the more organic, real, authentic people in your life, and you'll have a better result. And that means be more organic, real, authentic. You know, I know it's like, oh, how can you be more real? You know what I mean. If you are holding back and not being yourself and not conveying your true opinions on things, or your true desires for things, or your passion for things, because you're afraid others might judge you, that's not being real, right? So being real means, even if you know that you're going to get made fun of for getting into crystals, tarot cards, and Invader Zim, you lean into it, to the point where that's all you know. That's real. So, all right, card number two. For those of you that have picked card number two, we got Burnt by the Sun. This one's a good one. This is about ambition, extension, and reach. So this is one of those where positive, negative. The positive is you're reaching very, very far. And the negative is you didn't quite get there. So you set your goal a certain way and you fell a little short. So you can look at it like, hey, I missed my goal. I understand that's the negative way of looking at it. But the glass half full is that because you set your goal so high, even missing your goal still puts you in a position that was much better than had you not had a goal at all. So this card is reminding you that it's because of your ambition and your reach that you're setting these goals. And as long as you keep doing that, yes, you're going to have days where you don't quite reach what you're aiming for. That's part of what your goal setting is about, right? To understand that sometimes you have to set your goal a little higher than you're going to get. If you hit every single goal every single day, then you're not setting your goals high enough. I think that's the point of this card, is that you're occasionally going to be, flying too high and you're going to get burnt by the sun. That's how you know where too high is. If you haven't been burnt by the sun, you haven't flown high enough yet, right? So that's an interesting thing to think about when it comes to like ambition and reach, that if you haven't fallen yet, that means maybe you haven't tried enough. I know that's kind of a crazy theory, but sometimes to know the edge, you have to fall over it a little bit. So, appreciate that if you have fallen. That means you found that edge, and that's a very good thing. It means you pushed yourself over that edge, and you went too far. And, if you didn't push yourself, you never would have known where too far was, right? So that's healthy if you think about it, really. These are interesting cards. I like them. This is going to be an interesting day. I almost want to this is going to be a weird one. I'm just going to put it at that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.